Hello, my name's Keith Cooper from Northlight Images, and this is one of my short videos about business aspects of photography. I've been a professional photographer for getting on for 20 years, and one of the key things that I did when I first set up was regard it as a proper business. Now that means all kinds of aspects of marketing and other things have come and some have gone during those 20 years, and there's one key factor which I've seen the rise of and I partake in a way. I'm doing it right now, and that is social media. Now, it's all kinds of uses. It is ubiquitous. People use it for all kinds of things. But I'm just looking at using it to promote your professional photography business. Now, I don't actually expect many clients of mine to be watching videos about the business of photography or whatever. That's not the point. This is part of the general decision in running the Northlight business that I would do aspects of photography that were useful for other people. So hence all the reviews and things. It does have some influence on marketing, but that's another matter. This is specifically about using social media to promote your photography or winning the lottery, as I would describe it. It's about the allure of social media. Now, you will, if you've dabbled in social media, you will notice that there is often this underlying current that you've got to be partaking in social media. If you're not, you're missing out in large amounts of business. People all the time are scanning social media looking for the photographer they're going to work with. Well, I'm sure that does happen in instances. I'm minded to see parallels between how lotteries, national lotteries, are promoted. If I look here in the UK, there are two advertising taglines that have been used over the years for the UK National Lottery and its various sub ways of getting money out of you. One of them is "It could be you," and another one, "You have to be in it to win it." Now, both of these gloss over the odds of actually winning anything. And I will admit to having bought one or two lottery tickets on a whim myself. I've won some stuff on it. I've probably done well. I've broken even roughly, but I wouldn't use it to plan my retirement or look for it to buy my next house. It could be me, and by being in it, I could win it. I just don't see that happening. The same goes for social media for photographers. It needs to be part of your marketing strategy. One of the problems is, and I've seen this right from 15 years ago, some of the first sort of stirrings of what we now regard as different aspects of social media, there's very little hard evidence as to its success. It's mostly apocryphal. It's people saying, "Oh, there's lots of work to be got out there. People are looking at your Instagram feed." Well, I'm sure they do, and it is part of the marketing of many photographers. I'm still thinking of social media in terms of the surefire way to make money is, in a gold rush, is to sell picks and shovels. Those are the people who consistently make money and make fortunes. In that case, it's the people who actually run the business, the social business. Now, I don't begrudge companies making money from their business, great, but there is a slight problem in that people have unrealistic expectations. It needs to be part of your marketing. It needs to have targets. It needs to have objectives. So that means the scattergun approach of just posting here, there, everywhere, thinking this may get through, but yeah, it might work. Much like my lottery ticket might win. I just don't think it's very likely. The key thing for any marketing, and this goes for social media, goes to mail outs. Yes, they can still be useful, people sending people things in the mail, is measurement. If you don't actually have any performance objectives and measure your marketing in some way, and it doesn't need to be very sophisticated, you need to actually do it though. So you need some way of actually measuring the success of your campaign. And one of the things of that about, and this is where I do see social media as a problem for some photographers relying on it for their business, is how much time do you put into it? Could that time be better spent elsewhere? And quite often the answer is yes. So when it comes down to it, by all means, have an Instagram account. If you feel that you have the will to consistently add good, meaningful content to it that is relevant to your target market. Remember, the crude metric of likes and promotions like that is designed to hook you into using it. It's not meant to be useful for business feedback. So look at how your various social media campaigns actually do. So if you're a wedding photographer, the area I know very little about in terms of business and marketing, you need to concentrate it on places where potential clients will see your work. The other thing is, don't always think you have to post something. Be selective with what you post. Post stuff that is interesting, that will interest the market. Don't leave it months on end between postings because, it's unlikely to be successful. But do take care in what you actually publish. So pick your best images and think about who they're aimed at and what their reaction will be. I'm still, because I've seen it rise, I'm still fundamentally skeptical about social media being anything other than just another marketing tool. And that's it. One other thing, you'll see sometimes people say that, well, social media is about engagement, it's about conversation, it's about all kinds of things. There's no shortage of advice on social media because there are lots of people trying to sell picks and shovels. And, that's what they do. Take their advice and suggestions under advisement. Remember, you're trying to generate business for your photography business and you're trying to make a profit, and that's the key for it. So the gist of it being, by all means, use social media, but don't overdo it. And as I say, the idea of being sociable on social media, conversations, whatever, is a great idea. But I've met an awful lot of photographers who, well, I'm sorry, they're not very sociable people. Photography tends to attract people who want to work on their own. And social media, if I'm interacting with people on an account, do I really think of them as real people? Do I have any interaction with them? Now, I've thought about that, and I know some of my answers to those questions. Have a think about it for yourself before you launch too much into this, and wonder whether you're spending too much time on it, and whether your business would benefit by other ways of promoting things. Anyway, hope this is of some use. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I've got loads more sort of bits and pieces to do about business, and my reviews and other articles as well. So if it's been useful, thank you very much.